Hi, welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 111. God's taking notes, so I don't have to. I still hold the keys to my integrity. So today's episode is one of those more personal episodes where I speak to a particular incident and situation that I've gone through, and I'm hoping that what I share with you today can help you in similar situations. So, true story, a few years ago I made a choice. I'm always making choices, and I hope you are too, making choices to do what's best for me. But I had to leave a particular situation, and it left those behind feeling bitter. And egos were bruised, and for some, their ego was bruised so bad they still haven't gotten over it. Well, in the several years that have elapsed since then, I've caught wind of some lies and rumors that are being spread about me in my community to try to ruin my reputation. This person who's bitter has even enlisted multiple people to fan the flames of this character assassination that I've caught wind of. Well, what do you do when you find out that your name is being dragged through the mud and that truth gets twisted and there's an attack on your character? How would you handle that? Well, our choices are to fight back, of course. That's our first instinct, is to fight back and defend ourselves. Or are we able to rise higher? These initial instincts are not always the right action to take, and it's good, of course, to pause, which is what I did. Luckily, I've paused. My choice has been to protect my energy and to remain true to myself, which has brought integrity and self-respect, no matter what's being said. My character and my true nature do speak for themselves, and I refuse to stoop to the level of low vibrational behaviors and tactics such as slander and gossip. So before I go on with the story and tell you what else I've done or haven't done, I want to talk about what slander is. So the key elements of slander, here's the definition. Slander is a form of defamation. Specifically, it refers to spoken false statements made with the intent to damage someone's reputation. Libel, which I'm sure you've heard of, L-I-B-E-L, libel, is slander that's written or published, and there's been some of that as well. So false statements that are presented as fact and not opinion are considered slander. Publication to a third party, this is when someone else has heard this slander, what's being said, and the intent or the negligence of the speaker. So they know that the statement, these things that are being said are false, and they're projecting them or purporting them anyways. Harm is an intention behind slander. The statement is used to cause damage to someone's reputation, their career, or relationships. So when narcissists often use slander, it's a tactic to isolate and target and control the perception of their victim. And often they use this slander when they feel rejected, exposed, need to regain control of the situation, or they want to punish their supposed victim for setting boundaries. Narcissists, who often are the purporters of the slander, they're able to lie convincingly, and they use partial truths and vague accusations to say the slanderous things against the other person. So back to my story now. I've been able to maintain my dignity and integrity by choosing the high road over retaliation. As I've heard and caught wind on the backside of some of these lies and slander that are being spread about me, many times I've been tempted to fire back and defend or to over-explain myself to these people in the community who may be believing or have believed some of these lies that were told about me. The backstabbing and the pain caused by this, it not only hurt my ego, but it hurt my sensibility and, of course, my human nature. There were some really ugly, nasty things that were said. But I realized early on that I can play this game too. Here's the deal. I'm playing chess while they're still out there trying to move their black and red pieces across a checkerboard. So instead of choosing to fight back and retaliate, I choose to fight smart. I fight by staying in my lane. I fight without words. I fight with silence. I fight back with truth. I fight back with being true to myself. And I choose love and forgiveness above all other things in this situation and in all situations as best I can. So the more this group of people, mostly motivated by one person, came for me, the more I was able to gain strength and stand in my authentic self. So me showing up in the world and still singing my songs unapologetically, drinking my water and minding my own business is the best strategy I could have taken in this situation. And I hope that if you find that some people are coming for you through lies, slander, gossip, take the higher ground. Don't stoop to their level. Because God. Because karma. Because divine timing. As I said in the title, God's taking notes, so I don't have to. That assurance of God knowing and seeing all things and being aware of all that we are doing within our lives and how we treat others gives me the ease to sit back and let Him do whatever needs to be done in this particular situation. So how I weather this storm and how I've weathered it, through silence and prayer and journaling, patience and trust that truth will prevail. I know that this smear campaign has pretty much run out of fuel because all these things that are being said about me now for a couple of years, I'm proving that they are untrue through my true self and by just living in integrity and with, discretion. So here's a few prompts for you to think about and to consider if you're ever in this type of situation. First off, what does integrity mean to you? Here's another question. When have you been tempted to defend yourself at the cost of losing your peace? In other words, what was said or done against your true nature that may have cost you your peace because of your reaction? And what did you learn from that reaction? How do you respond when others distort truth about you? And then ask yourself, are you placing too much value on being understood by those who are committed to misunderstanding you? Interesting. So now what? What do I do now? I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. I'm going to carry on as usual. I stay rooted in my truth and my integrity. My life and how I live it speaks for itself. In the face of slander, lies, and gossip, I chose silence until now. Not because I lacked words, but because I value my peace, my self-respect, and my dignity more than proving myself to anyone. And I'm speaking now because the lies are being shown for what they are. My story is being told to help others and to offer support and hope to any of you that might be going through a similar situation or maybe in the very near future. So this is our episode for today. I'll be back with a regularly themed and presented episode in just a few more days. I hope you're doing well. Take good care of yourselves. I wish you peace, love, and light. I'll see you again soon. That's it. Bye for now.